What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning back in. I've had a lot of people request this video and I finally got the time to do it. So on today's video, what I'm going to do is do a walk around on my F-150. So first off, if you're not following my channel for a long time, I'm going to tell you why I built this truck. All right, so first off, this 2017 F-150 was my father's truck. And what my dad and I used to do, we watched YouTube together, and a lot of times I looked up like a 1978 Ford truck. Me and him looked at it and talked about it because when I first learned how to drive, I was like 5 years old, 6 years old. That's what my father drove. He drove a red Ford 78 truck, and that's when he said, "Sit in my lap, T, this is what you're driving." And eventually that's a truck. When I was like 7 or 8, I drove on my own. And so my goal was to rebuild one of those trucks when my dad was still alive. And at that point, Dad drove a 2013 F-150. And about a year before Dad passed, he actually his truck got totaled out. He bought this truck during the pandemic. And honestly, my dad was looking for a V8 back then. And during the pandemic, it's pretty tough to find what you're looking for. And he ended up going with this truck because he was looking for certain things. For example, he wanted the gear shifter in it, some other stuff. But without getting too much details on all that, I'll just tell you this. My dad says, "T, I want you to make that truck a bad boy." So my dad, he fought a battle with liver cancer. And so he kind of knew it was coming. He knew better than I did, just tell you that. And anyway, I built this truck in his honor. It was a basic truck, or base stock truck. I'll throw a photo up here, let you know what it looked like the first day I drove it on my own. And actually, that's how I started Instagram and got me on YouTube. Is I got about 5 steps back, or 3 parking spots back, I should say, and just something gave me the hunch to turn around and take a picture of that truck, which is the photo you see. And that's kind of how the social media of me got started and all that stuff. So anyway, I don't want to get that too much into that anymore. I'm just going to tell you kind of the walk around and how I got started and all those things. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to talk about the boss, as I call it, and get started there. All right, guys, I lifted the hood up because I figured it'd be best just to go ahead and start there, what I've done inside. So as I mentioned, it's a V6. It's a 2.7 twin turbo. And guys, I'll tell you, my father and I only owned V8s before, and this thing is nothing but a blast. It's really quick. It's got an 8.8 differential on the back, which 0 to 60, this thing will smoke them even with these tires here. It will really get going. But let me talk about the under bay mods I've done. So right here on the top, first thing you'll notice is this Cobb. This is just basically, they call it radiator shroud, and I can put the link down below. I put this on. This is actually for a 2018 and up. Obviously my truck's a 17, and I modified it just a little bit, guys. It doesn't need cleaned. I just decided to pop the side of the road and do this video just because of the request I've been getting. But anyway, it was a simple modified. Don't be afraid to do it if it's something you're interested in. And then obviously you see these bolts here, these dress up bolts or whatever. I got those off Amazon. I'll put that link down below. I will caution you, when you look those up, it'll tell you stainless steel, and then the screws inside, you see mine are black. The screws inside were not stainless steel. They rusted out, so I basically ended up having to take those out. In fact, this one over here I had to drill out because it burned up on me, and then melted my finger when it got hot, blah blah blah. So I ordered stainless steel black screws to go in it. So that's what you see there. The other mod too is the Cobb coolant cover. Nothing major there. J&L oil separator. That's probably one of the first ones I did. Obviously over here, this is the Injen Cold Air intake. Then I put the covers on them, like the pre-filter, I think they call them. Been a very good. I've had that on there for about a year and a half, I'd say. Been a very good one for me. Not really engine mod, but I'll show it to you anyway. So this is the Garmin. I've talked about that a couple of times. One of my favorite mods, guys. It's Garmin. Switch panel. I'm going to rewire it a little bit. Honestly, I got a second one I'm going to put on here, but this, I can control this with my phone. That handles all my lights, etc. Obviously I got the Optima battery here as well. This is a pretty cool mod I don't talk too much about often. This is Ultimate 9. It's basically a gauge that's controlled with an app as well. It just tells me I'll pop up a little video on it, or try to. It just tells me what how well my battery's holding up and so on. Like for example, right now my truck's not running, I got these lights running, etc. I can go in to see if the battery's getting low or if I need to start it or whatever. And obviously you see the Cervini Cowl hood, but let me show you probably one of the better performance upgrades you guys probably don't even think of right here. With this being an Echo Boost, these round things, a lot of people think those are just lights. That's what they call Velocitech Ram Air Snorkel Air Kit, and what I got is the lit kit version. And basically what that does is air goes into here, comes out the top. Obviously these are vented, and you know, obviously we'll suction over into the air filter and so on. So those guys, I will tell you, without a doubt, those things do work in the summertime. You know, the engine bay, you know, I've got a well, that's another thing I need to talk about is my tuner. My tuner reads the temperature off the air intake, which will be around 90 degrees, and as I get going, it'll drop about 30 to 40 degrees just thanks to those guys. But inside the cab, I'm running basically it's a 5-star tuned tuner, and that's pretty much, guys. Well, we'll time out. Underneath here, I've got a blow-off valve, Turbo Smart supersonic blow-off valve. That gives you the sound. I'll try to do a sound clip on that as well. And then I'm going to drop the hood down, and we'll talk about exhaust real quick. All right, hood's down now. Cervini Cowl hood. Some people may call that a performance mod, but anyway, so I've got downpipes SPD that goes into a turbo whistle package, as they call it. So all the way back through here, they're stainless. You can kind of see it through here and then down there, and then it goes off to a TSO 7-inch exhaust tip. It is 12 inches deep. It's filthy right now, guys. I do need to clean the truck. It's rained all week long, and I finally got out, and it's like I don't know, 62 degrees, and I just kind of wanted to stop, and I did a couple photos and thought I'd do this video. But anyway, so that would definitely be the performance mods. Then let me talk about the exterior a little bit more. All right, so since I got the American Trucks banner up there, I'll talk about this. So first off, that's a Barricade off-road HD bumper that I picked up from American Trucks. I'll try to throw a link down below for that as well. Inside that, what you see is a Rough Country light bars. I think it's called the Black Series with white DRLs. They offer an amber as well. Not sponsored by those guys either, but I'll put a link down below in case you're looking for those. A couple of my buddies have actually picked those up because they liked them. Cool thing about these guys, that I will tell you, most light bars, they just set on your truck. You can't use them. You can't run them in the daytime. I run these things all the time, and they have a function. It doesn't put off very well probably in the video, but it's just basically, let me try, see if I can't zoom in on it a little bit closer. It's basically just this little light right here. If you get back, it almost looks like the whole bar's lit up, but it's not very bright at all. But it does give you a purpose. If you're not out in the woods, you can actually run your light bar and be using it, and it's just not for looks, in other words. So anyway, then I got a custom grill there. Obviously it says Ford's on it, and the guy asked me not to share where I got it from, but if you DM me, I'll drop you some hints. And then these are Morimoto lights. I had MW Customs put those together for me. They're actually paint matched on the insides. Got the custom 1776 logo in there. That's in dedication to my father. There's more about that I can tell you as well. These are turned off right now. I'll try to put a clip in here, but these Morimotos, they're white DRLs, and then you turn your turn signal on. This goes amber at the top as you're driving, but honestly, I can change it all up. This can go any color I want. It'll flow, you name it. Same thing with these here. I got halo lights on those. That's the cool thing about MW Customs. Cost me a pretty penny, but they're pretty darn cool. Which now takes me on to, I'm gonna go ahead and skip a couple things, and I'll go on to my tow mirrors. Okay, these are Boost Auto. In my opinion, you can't find a better tow mirror. I drive past guys on the road all the time with Fords. These things are 10 times brighter. Not sponsored by Boost Auto either. I don't even think they do sponsorships. Not sure. Just a big fan of their mirrors. So what's cool, as I mentioned, those light up. They have a startup sequence. These do, and it goes in function with pretty well with these as well, because this has a startup sequence which goes down to my steps, because those are Boost Autos as well. And I'll try to add a little clip to that as well. But Basically, when I start up my truck, this will light up, and it's just really pretty cool. Now, Boost Auto, when you order them, you'll get this here. I did opt for the smoke. They have clear, a bunch of different options you can get. I got the sequential and some other things. Then I got the cap where you can paint it. I took down to the body shop, had them paint it, paint match, which the paint code for this truck is, I can't remember the number, G, I can't remember. Anyway, it's Shadow Black. Is for the 2017 F-150. I'll try to put the paint code down below in case you have the same year. Then got the spike here, just true spike. Just a nice spike. That one cost more than the average, guys, but I had the other ones, the colors kept fading on me, and after 4 or 5 I'm like, nope, I'm tired of messing with it. And I've had that one on there for a while. If you look, not faded at all. It does have a small scratch right here where somebody tried to steal it, and I just left it, to be honest with you. I'll probably change it out. And anyway, floating on a set of 37 by 1450 Venom Power Terra Hunter RT tires there. I've had those on there for a year and I think 2 months right now. They've wore really, really well for me, guys. I've heard a few people reach out and says, hey, have you had any issues with those tires? And my answer, guys, is no, I've not had an issue at all. I mean, I will tell you this, is I've rotated them every 5,000 miles, if not 3,000, and I've not had any issues at all. Now, I've also taken them to a place nearby that does handle big wheels and all those things. I do think the smaller tire companies, sometimes they just can't get you balance right, which affects it. But anyway, and they're on, let me go back around, it's kind of dark. And they're on a set of 26 by 14 Artem off-road Curvis. I did opt to go with the floating spinner caps. And then I have KSP lug nuts, spike lug nuts on those as well. And then while we're on the wheels, might as well tell you that in the center, you see the little metal thing around there. Those are my LED lights, Quadro. Those are from Infinite Off-Road. There's been great lights for me, guys. Those do every color you imagine. Very bright at night. I'll try to add a clip if I can of those. And then inside the wheel, you'll see there, I've got TSO frame overlays. Couldn't be more happy with those. I do think those just magnify the lights and all that stuff at night. Then let me, obviously you see that I've got the FTS coilovers on the front. Those are adjustable. And then it's got the reservoir as well. You look up on top. And then while I got you up there, I go with Op 7. I've got 16 of those Op 7 rock lights. And then I opted for the I can't remember the cap, but it's pretty cool, FTS cap. Just one little detail added on it. Let me talk about this real quick. Got this emblem, and I'm gonna go around the back real quick. I got this emblem. I picked it up from a place on Etsy, Emblem City. What they do is they basically just paint them for you. You order it and they send them to you. I don't know if they're exactly factory. It sure looked factory to me. I don't want to speak on it. It went on just as factory did. It's a very simple. Let me pop it down. Very simple install. I did a video on that as well. Basically, this panel comes up, and there's I want to say 6 on here. You pop out. While I'm on the back side, I got this toolbox here from Real Truck. Needed more storage, guys, just because I'm going to eventually add speakers underneath my back seat, and I wanted to have something else for storage. I didn't want to do a big toolbox because I love my tonneau cover. But I tell you what, this I've used this thing way more than I thought. So you just lift on this, check it out, and it locks up and all kinds of stuff. So, and then I've got the Lost Fit bed liner. That's one I never thought I'd use it. I do think it makes it look better. It's dirty right now, but it does grip stuff on. I added the Deezee tailgate assist. It just slows down. I'll show you. Pop it open. That was one that I think that was either the second or third mod I've done. So I've had that on there for about, I don't know, almost 2 years now. But it's been easy. I'm a big fan of the tonneau cover. I've actually had 4 different ones on this truck, and I've had this one the most. Not quite a year, but almost. Just really great great. I love the material of it. It's a WorkSport AL3 Pro. Opens easy, all that stuff. Locks well. Great cover. And then that brings me back here to the Morimoto tail lights. And while I'm on Morimoto, that third brake light as well as Morimoto. So I'll try to put descriptions for everything down below, guys, if I can help you. Then now we're on to the back again. This is the dedication emblem I did for my dad. It's one of the early things I did. Picked that up from a company on Instagram called Louver Lovers or something like that. Anyway, I'll try to add their information down below as well. You can see the reflection from it if you look close. But it's not on now. That's Op 7 tailgate light bar. In my opinion, it is the best in the market. If you look, there's 3 different rows. Look closely. So it's sequential as well as you turn and all those things. And then that's a Barricade Off-Road HD bumper. Inside, Morimoto lights there. Those are just the black series. I went with Rough Country lights as well in the bumper. All right, then back here you got the GenY hitch. And I actually did the draw tight hitch receiver, which I added on. And I got the GenY, I think it's drop 10 inch, and GenY step, and then Diode dynamic lights. These things are awesome, guys. I am sponsored by these guys, to be honest with you. I'll put their link down below. I can get you free shipping on it. That's really the discount that I offer, just free shipping. But I'll tell you, they're very, very cool. I added this to help me back up. The Morimotos ain't very bright to back up. That's been one of the best things because it's lower to the ground. Helps me with backing up, being up in the air. And then these spikes here are actually locks. They're bolt locks. And then a company on Instagram as well, F Fast, makes these spikes. Dresses it up a little bit differently. All right, this is just a cover. I think I picked that up off of Amazon as well. My goal is, guys, I'm going to replace this camera. I'm starting to have some issues out of this camera. I'm going to replace that, and when I do, I'm going to go ahead and have that just sanded down and paint matched as well. That's one of the next things I'm going to do. Let's move around the side. So I've got a couple small decals a lot of people don't even know about, probably. Got one here that says never satisfied. That's because I'm in this group here, Instagram group on Never Satisfied Builds is what it's called. It's just a group we support each other on Instagram. And then I have this one here, just money well wasted, just for fun. And then I've got a decal here, just another one, dedication to my dad, his birthday, and then obviously the day I lost him. And I think this pretty much covers the back. Let me go to the back fenders. I want to show you some stuff back here as well. So got these fender liners off Real Truck. They're been really good. Make life a lot easier if you ever want to install rock lights like these or any other rock lights. And then I installed this TSO emblem. That's my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube emblem, as you know, there. And then I have the frame overlays down here as well from TSO. Big fan of TSO. They're an American-made company. And then I've got the FTS shocks. They ride really good with the reservoir. Then while you're on FTS, got the traction bars with the chrome overlays, and then the traction bars up front. I'll show you down here. All right, and then some of you guys probably noticed it. Right there is my drive shaft. So guys, I'm going to tell you something I did. It's a trick. That's not polished. I did paint the back tip here just because I think it looks better. That's actually wrapped, maintenance free. Talked to one of the guys that goes to a lot of truck shows and stuff, and he had this polish in the past. He says it was a pain every 3 months or so climbing underneath it and repolishing it, and he did that once. He says it was the best thing he did, so I tried it. It's been pretty awesome, to be honest with you. I climb under there and clean it probably, I don't know, maybe once or twice a summer. These are Putco, I think window trims what they call it, and I will tell you a little story about those. If you not follow me on Instagram, I actually took those and had those wrapped. If you look closely, they're wrapped. Obsidian black was the color I wrapped them in. What Putco sends you is black, but under the sunlight I didn't like the color, so I had them wrapped, and those look much better. Right now you're see my windows are kind of naked as far as there's no window, what do you call it, deflectors on there. I actually literally just took those off. I got some new ones I'm going to put on. They're just overlays. They're actually sitting in my garage. I just not had time to put them on. So I think for the outside, guys, I think that is it. We're gonna hop in. Oh, I almost forgot one of my favorite ones, and then we're gonna hop inside. But I've got a video where I replaced this out. On that same video, I had added my new wiper arms there that I got powder coated to paint match my truck. Could be more happy with those as well. So my truck's messy inside, but I'm gonna hop in there anyway. So right now I'm running TuxMat liners. These things, I love them. They cover really almost the whole truck. Really great coverage. All right, then you're gonna notice if you look up here a little bit, I went through and I did suede wrap on some parts of the truck. Back here, for example, the arms all the way up. My headliner is suede as well. And then let's see, I got Linkswell radio. I absolutely love it. It's one of the coolest ones, or coolest mods I did it early on. Get YouTube, Netflix, whatever I want on it. These seats are Katzkin. Very comfortable. I've had several companies reach out, want to sponsor me and want to offer me free seat covers, etc. I'm not doing it. I love my seats. And Katzkin did not sponsor me. I can send you the link down below. These are, can't remember the color gray it is. I did go with the perforated seats though, guys, I'll tell you that, which this is why I did add, this is the XLT version truck. I did added heat and cooled seats, and I'm glad I did. I've had, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars with heated cooled seats. This here is way better than factory, guys. These cooled seat option in the summertime, you cannot beat it. I'm just telling you, it's awesome. Obviously too, I got the matching leather top here to go with Katzkin. And then yeah, my headliner looks like it may be on. You can't really see it in the daytime, but I got about 3,000 lights up there, guys. In the back here, it's got a big star, or a big circle of stars around it. Says "We the People," 1776 in it. You can't see it in the daytime, but that's pretty much the extent of it. I've got a steering wheel. I've got an emblem on the steering wheel. That's the one I picked up from TikTok. It's pretty cool. I've had 2 or 3 different ones on there. I've got a new steering wheel, guys, being built right now from a company. Once I get that installed, I'll do a video on it. Pretty excited about that one. Got some carbon fiber inlays that I've ordered too, that will be here probably in the next few weeks. Real carbon fiber that will go here, some that will go here, and then over by the steering wheel. And I'm either getting this carbon fiber or that, and then I'm going to do probably the same obsidian black wrap on the other. Not sure I'm going to do that quite yet. I'm going to take you to the back real quick, just let you see back here some. Got more junk back here. There's the TuxMat. Guys, I tell you what, these things really awesome. There's the back of the seats. You can see the stars just a little bit better back here. So that suede just wipes off super easy. And then I'm going to do carbon fiber along here and tops up here as well. So looking forward to that. And oh, speakers. So I've got Focal speakers in the doors, and I keep holding up. I got a special custom box. I'm working with a company right now that I'm going to try to do probably a We the People theme as well. We're kind of going back and forth. I'm not sure if I want to do 3, 4, 2 speakers. I'm not sure if I want to go to 10 or 12 or on what as far as inches. And that probably won't be until a spring project, to be honest with you, just because so many other things are going on. All right, guys, almost forgot. I've got these jam handles, which I do use quite a bit. These are like a flag thing. These doors filthy. Probably the dirtiest truck's been in a while. And I think that pretty much just wraps it up. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful. If you guys see something else maybe I missed or have some other questions, reach out. I do want to tell you guys, thank you so much for your support. Can't be more happy with the support I've gotten YouTube. You guys have no idea what that means to me. I mean, I just wish my dad was here to see it. I'm just going to tell you guys that much. My dad would be very, very happy, and he'd tell you thanks too. Over 3,000 followers last time I checked, almost 3,100 in fact. Right at 19,200 on Instagram. I was at over 20 grand at one point, but you really look at it, I think there's just that many fake accounts and all that stuff. So Instagram's probably cleaning it up. If I was to really guess, I'm probably 12,000, 14,000 is probably my honest guess, just because there's that much problems on Instagram. But anyway, if you're not following me out there on Instagram or TikTok, hit me up. You know it, at F150_boss. If there's anything I could do to help support you, if you have any advice for me or need advice from me, or I remember I've had several people reach out, hey man, I'm having trouble hooking this light up, or wherever it may be. I've been able, that's one of the funnest things I've done. I've been able to help guys do something they've not done before, and I get to see them on their trucks, and then like I see this guy, for example, he's got F150. He messaged me one day, and we did like a little almost not quite a FaceTime, but just videos back and forth, and I was able to show him how to wire his lights that's on his grill now, and it looks awesome. And he posts all these videos. I can tell he's proud of it, and that's one of the coolest things that I love about YouTube and the technology today. But anyway, if there's something like that I could do to help you, I'd love to do it. I do have new wheels coming for the truck. I'll let you guess the brand down below if you'll leave a comment down below. There's tires in my garage. You guys have probably already seen that. I got Fury tires. That as soon as those come in, I've got special something special about the wheels too. You guys can guess what that may be. Yeah, got the steering wheel coming. Got carbon fiber stuff coming. I got a new bumper, the same exact front bumper in my garage with new lights that change colors to match my headlights. I just need time to do it. So as you know too, more window deflectors got installed. And I think you know what I know. So anyway, thank you all for following. Thanks for the support. I want you guys to have an awesome day, and follow your dreams, guys. Build it. Let's go.